What are some general tips to the K1 fiance visa interview? And so I guess the first tip I would say is going way before the interview, and that's with how you file the application. And so the most important part of the interview process and of the process of getting a K1 visa is actually how you appear to the consular officer. And so if you send an organized packet with everything in it and the right kind of filing, they're a lot more likely to look at you at the interview like you mean business, and they're a lot more likely to look at you and give you the benefit of a doubt if a question arises. Now, if you have the type of filing that's scattered, it's all over the place, and there are issues with it, then it becomes a little more challenging, and every word that comes out of your mouth is gonna be a little more suspect. Okay. While you're at the interview, make sure you live. That's going to be at in your country, at the embassy of the consulate, the American consulate in your country, and so make sure you leave your cell phone in the car. Sometimes there might be like a little bit of a wait time before you enter into the embassy. There might be metal detectors, and things like that. So be prepared to be searched. And then you're going to go up to the window. Typically, it's a window, and typically it's a bulletproof window. And on the other side, you're going to have the consular officer, and you might even have two people. One of them might be a local person, especially in the event that you don't understand you don't understand English. And so while you're there, try to be calm. Take some deep breaths. Look at the officer in the eye. Give them the information that they need, but no more. Have all the required documentation with you, especially originals. So this is the time where you have originals with you, and if they need them, you try to provide them. And then know important things like when you met your fiance, when he or she proposed, how the proposal was made. They're going to ask you about whether you've met in the last year or not, and you can give them a sense of that, and then they might ask for facts to verify that you actually did meet. And then this is where your either copies or originals really help. Originals, it's always better to show them, and generally just the more detached you are about the situation, typically the better it works, and the more eager you are and you appear to the officer, the harder it is. There will be some nervousness, and they get that because this is this is an official interview. Try to dress the part, look right, and so typically at least business casual or better is highly suggested, and you'll be fine. Realize that the interview will take about it's less than 30 minutes, between 10 and 30 typically, and they will have some questions for you. They won't go into a lot of detail unless there's something that they feel kind of funny about, or you didn't give a straight answer or things like that. Then they will drill into that particular question a little more. But generally they will have 10 questions or less. Sometimes we've had because the filing has been done right and what we've sent has been done right. We've had people leave with just one question asked, and it was literally a 5-minute interview because they see that everything is there and they don't need to question anything. And so that is. Those are some general tips about the K1 fiance visa interview. Thank you for watching.